we've got one of the best sign makers in the county, in Bertram Signs here in Carefree. And Howard came up with these signs that obviously are catching people's eyes, and that's why we're here discussing this. And all of this is to kind of regress a little bit, all of this is a result of we're in the worst economic recession in 80 years. And towns are doing anything that they can to keep their sales tax and their revenues coming into their town. So will these signs, if the economy comes back, I would imagine these signs might go away and we go back to the Sundial signs and everybody's happy.
Melissa Price, and I'm at 7199 East Ridgeview Place. I wear two hats. One's a business hat because I own Sassy Salon in Carefree. And I personally think that the signs are a total phenomenal plus. They're driving business into the town core. And I understand that when the sponsor names go up, it will diminish the brightness of the signs and I think be more pleasing to people.
Mayor, Council, Robert Gabrick, Carefree Station. Multiple comments. But a month ago I had a conversation with some regular customers of mine. And they're an older couple. And they started complaining about the arts festival. And I asked them why. And their comment to me was that they had difficulty getting to the post office. And so then I told them about my life as a business owner, and that if the arts festival went away, I might not be here because of the revenue that it brings in and how fine line the difference between success or failure is in Carefree because of the long summers. And their surprise was evident. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that, because they were thinking only about their tiny little world and the inconvenience of those 3 weekends. And I think that there's a lot of that out there. When I first came into town the day that the signs went up, I noticed them. I said, wow, I'm surprised, they're noticeable. How unique. And then as I got closer to them, I appreciated them. I had a situation that happened 2 days ago where somebody called me for Sunday brunch and they were trying to find the place. And I asked, where are you? Well, I'm at the Shell station. And, okay, is it over your left shoulder or right shoulder? And so then I got them to Carefree Station. And so, as noticeable as those signs are, without Carefree Station, they're still somewhat limited. And that's why we went for the names to the signs. And it was our goal when we came up with the pricing for it, was that as businesses that we become adults. And that instead of saying, council help us, we stood up and said, okay, we can pay for these. And we can make it a wash and help kick our businesses and get them going. And so that was the prime reason for why we picked pricing and why we did that, so that we could draw people in, and the core businesses that see a lot of people could then therefore help the businesses that only see a few people every day. And so that worked. I think that the idea of that carefree or care not, I spend 70 hours a week at minimum. So does my wife, thinking about Carefree, thinking about trying to do the best thing that we can for the town, for our business, and to try to make it better. And to think that those signs are going to result in care not is pretty sad. I think that we all believe in Carefree, and that we're all trying to stay here so that I can make my lease, some renewals, pay sales tax, and make the town proud. So I think that those signs, maybe they're not the final result, but they're signs that can be paid for, they're affordable, they're available. And so if along the way they're monument signs, they're made of stone and they're carved and they're this or that, God bless us for that. But for right now, it's survival today. It's not looking to 4 or 5 years into the future and saying, okay, this is the final answer. Today, it's today's answer. They're noticeable, they work.
My name is Rose Toome. I own Carefree Circle Boutique on 16 Easy Street. I've been here just a little bit over a year, and I think what we've done with the signs is wonderful. I would probably not be able to finish the season had these signs not come in. I noticed people coming in and commenting on them. I don't say anything, I ask them what they think. The feedback for me personally and my business has been great. People are saying, I didn't even know this town was here. I thought Carefree and Cave Creek were the same place. They're noticing signs, and I've been hearing a lot of that. I think what the merchants have done by the businesses, by getting together, is great, and I think it's making me feel more secure, more successful, and more wanting to stay in this town, even with the horrible summers that we have. I think Holly and Joe have done a phenomenal job by getting people together to work together. Just the working together and the communicating, I think, is fabulous. And the signs, by all means, need to stay, no matter what. Maybe not exactly as they are, but please don't take them away. It would just ruin a lot of us.
My name's Jeff Bergman. Myself and my wife own 22 Easy Street and also the Wild Holly Gallery. I want to point out that it's more than the signs that are an issue in the economic development of Carefree. We've been here for almost 10 years, and for the past 3 years, it's our own personal funds that have kept us in Carefree and kept our business open. In 2007, we saw a steady decline of business in Carefree up through 2010. I will tell you that the efforts of the CBA to bring people to Carefree, and I think most businesses in Carefree will say in the last 30 to 40 days they've seen a huge uptick in business. That's not only the signs, but also the advertising of bringing people to Carefree. But if you bring people to Carefree and they don't find Carefree and they pass by and go to Cave Creek, what did you accomplish? I will say, since after Christmas, we've probably had the best 4 weeks in the last 2 or 3 years in the gallery. Okay, so what we're doing and what everybody's doing is working. But I agree with Robert, without a lot of this, we might not be here next year. Anyway, thank you.
The signs are not complete. I understand that there's a large orange field. Mr. Bertram's final design, when we put up the individual names of businesses on blue, will much modulate that. So I've said to people who've written, and I'm surprised by how few emails we've received. I've said to people who've written to me, let's wait until the final product is up there, then let's make a decision once we see what's up there with the final product, with the blue individual names, and give that some time and see how it works. And that's what I think we're going to do. We'll finish the signs, we'll put up the individual names, and we'll see how things look after that. I wanted to comment about how many people were complaining. I knew the signs were going up on a Thursday or Friday, and I intentionally checked my email account for town. If people are upset, they tend to write very quickly. There were no emails that first weekend. I can count on one hand the number of letters or emails that I've received about the signs that are negative. I would tell you that this past Friday night, my wife and I were invited to a neighborhood reception in a neighborhood that's different from ours. And it's an area of Carefree where people have lived there a number of years. 50 people were at that reception. It was unanimous that they thought the signs were good. They approved. So when you hear people say the signs are bad, I respect their opinion. I'd like to give it time. There are other people in town who say the signs are appropriate for us. Thank you.